the theme of India growing, the middle class and the tier 3, tier 4 cities in the country growing, this stock was associated with all of these discussions. It was Trent, or very popularly known as the parent company of Zudio.
Yeah.
So Trent, as you all know, has been a huge multi-bagger. I mean, at every point I think, okay, the stock is going to stop here. The rally is almost done. It will just keep on moving up. But I think the rally is finally over, or it's looking like it's over, where the stock has fallen nearly 40% over the last few months from the all-time high.
Yeah, and this is where I'm seeing articles like the Trent lost or the Zudio is in loss of 45,000 crores.
Oh yeah, people actually asked us.
Yeah, people were asking us, did actually Zudio commit or make a loss of 45,000 crores? And that is where you have to understand that the share price have fallen. So the total market cap of the stock has fallen by so much.
Yeah.
That they have to understand.
And that market cap falling
Yeah.
is being termed as a clickbait
Yeah.
or a misleading title for all of those articles which are saying that Zudio fell or Zudio made a loss of 40,000 crores. I mean, shame on you for whoever wrote that headline is what I would say.
I mean, we can't take names here because these are big publications. But again, coming down to the actual point, why did the stock price even fall by 40%? If we look into the metrics or even on the surface level, if you are talking about, the revenues are not growing as much as it should or the expected revenue growth.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of overlap that is happening with the stores in the top 10 tier cities that they are trying to build. So the stores are very close, the revenues are not growing, and even there is a stat that says almost 30-35% of the stores that they have are all in the top 10 tier cities. So that is causing a lot of trouble for them.
Yeah. When people say revenue is not increasing, it is still increasing. 30-40% up every single year is what we are seeing revenue increasing by. But it is not up by the percentage or the level which investors were expecting.
And why? Because it was already trading at astronomically high valuations. It was trading at a PE of 240.
Crazy.
What is it even? A PE of, what is a PE of 240? And even after a fall of near 40-50%, it is still trading at a PE of 120.
Yeah.
So it had to fall. I mean, does it make sense for a stock to continue at a PE of 240 and grow from there? So it didn't make sense at all. So if you ask me the question of why did it fall, it had to fall because of this specific reason itself. So that's one. Number two is they had this strategy or plans around their supermarket business expansion, Star Bazaar as we know it. But that is also not as per expectations. So it's all expectation management, disappointment being delivered because expectations are not being met. Like you said about the stores being opened and stuff like that. So same goes with their Star Bazaar supermarket business, which is also not opening as many stores are expected. Then there is also worry coming in from quick commerce stealing the show and stuff like that. But hey, I still believe that valuations were so damn crazily high that it had to fall and come back to normalcy.
Yeah. But again, the company, when we actually did a Zudio case study video, we understood that Zudio works on a FOCO model, which is franchisee-owned and company-operated model that they run. They clearly said, or their principles were that they wouldn't open stores very close by because each store should be profitable and the revenue shouldn't split between the stores. That was their ideology.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened, and now the stores are overlapping. I remember going back home, last December, I could see 3 Zudio stores in a radius of 1 kilometer.
Yeah, I think
what's happening?
Yeah, I think that's a major problem when you're making a lot of money from your franchisees or selling franchisees. You're incentivized to sell as many stores as you can.
Yeah.
And when a particular situation like this comes, when your same store sales growth or like for like growth, that means in a certain store, the revenue is not increasing, but your company's revenue is increasing because you opened more stores.
Yeah.
When that situation comes in, everyone starts panicking, right? I think...
And then there's also the fact of a lot of competition is also coming up.
Correct.
Other major companies are also launching their own Zudio copies. Right? You have your Style Union, then Reliance has a Zudio copy, then Aditya Birla Fashion has a Zudio copy. I forgot the name. Then even in Kerala, I think Kalyan launched a Zudio copy, and it's so if that's happening in Kerala, there could be in other states as well local players launching their Zudio copy. I think that as a theme is also being played out by multiple other companies. So that's definitely competition will never help a company as well, right?
Yeah.
And one more reason, what I see is going fundamentally wrong with the company is. My brother has sent me a Snapchat. He just sent me a snap. He was traveling in a metro. he took a picture and showed me that there were 7 people with the same shirt, all from Zudio.
Yeah.
So the exclusivity or the pride or the happiness of you wearing a certain clothes, because people like to feel good by wearing good clothes. While Zudio gives out good clothes to wear, feel good clothes to wear, the exclusivity factor kicks in. You see in a metro how think about 10 people wearing the same shirt in the same metro that you're traveling.
It's like
people
a
get
uniform.
disappointed.
People wearing the
Yeah,
same uniform
exactly.
in school.
And that is actually causing that psychological effect also on people to not go and buy Zudio as often they used to earlier.
Yeah.
So in long term, that could be a real trouble for Zudio.
Even I've gone to Zudio. I've shopped from West Side, but then when you talk about it, I've stopped shopping even from West Side because of the same reason. Everything looks the same.
Yeah.
You can easily understand that person is wearing what the other person is wearing, and I think that being a large problem, was it just a trend?
Yeah.
Was trend just
a
a
trend.
trend? Is what is just crossed my mind right now. And if that happens, I mean, just imagine it's a huge company.
Yeah.
It's potentially one of Tata's most famous and largest companies. What will happen? Or is there a scope for the brand to mature, to bring out more stores which are feeling more premium, to slowly increase their prices so that their revenue increases? All this is what is coming to my mind. I really don't want this to collapse or this model to collapse. Hopefully it won't.